Hello, my name is Isaiah Cook, and this here is my mechatronics project that I am calling the Modular Puzzle Box. So, as a broke college student, I am very limited on the amount of stuff that I can carry around with me every single semester or traveling back home and here at college, which causes the problem that I have, which is I like to set up escape rooms for friends and family, and that requires a lot of stuff. I have seen videos where people create these boxes, these puzzle boxes as escape rooms, about this size, but the issue with that is they are built from the ground up with a single solution and a preset set of puzzles, which is fun for the first time, but not very fun after that. So I decided I'm going to create a single frame box, which you see here, and then there are spots like this here, and on top, where puzzles that are entire modules can be put in and replaced for another puzzle of the same size. Now, due to time constraints, I could not complete the entire box. I was only able to complete a handful of puzzles that are in right now, which I can be happy to show you. So this first puzzle I'm going to show you, I call the wire puzzle. The user interface is these wires that need to be connected into these ports here in a very specific order. And when they're not plugged in correctly, nothing happens, but when they are, an LED light comes on, and that is true for every single wire, which you could say is a fancy LED, or you could say that's your display, because that is the purpose of those LEDs, is to tell you when they are plugged in correct or not. Alright, another puzzle we got here is this LED button switch on top. I wanted Star Wars themed, so I got specifically these lights. So whenever a button is pushed on, they light up. And these can be used as a way to indicate a code and then say that's correct. Push button on the other side. This next puzzle I call the wheel puzzle, and it is a set of wheels. These are the user interfaces, and when they all get turned to a very specific order, right there, you see that solenoid gets triggered. My final puzzle is this PID puzzle, which doesn't actually have a PID controller in it, because it doesn't make sense to have one in a puzzle, or in a puzzle box. So, but I do have it, the human acting as the PID controller, funny enough. You need this key in order to work with the puzzle. Right now, this door is locked. So, once it's plugged in, we push the button here to tell it we're ready to start. And then by using the gyro that's in here, we have to tilt this until to a very certain angle. It'll unlock. Two actuators right here, as you can see, are reading the gyro's angle inside this little module, and we'll keep the door locked until I say otherwise. When the puzzle is finally all solved, this will open or unlock so you can access the final compartment, but for now it's also really good at showing how everything inside. So for the wire puzzle, we have a little microcontroller here, lovely $2 thing, that is controlling all the LED lights here and is reading the connection between each of these wires. And then over here on the so-called PID controller, we have our Arduino Uno, which is controlling our lovely little display. And then we have a bunch of wires here that went into that plug connection. And then beneath are servo motors, which you can't see, unfortunately, but I was able to show the fins of them earlier. And then over here on the wheel puzzle, we have another microcontroller. And you can see in each of these little connections here, where the electrical tape is, there are Hall effect sensors that are reading looking to read the magnets that are behind each of those wheels. So that's how we know if we're in the right position. And then down here we have power distribution. This is all the power coming in. It goes through all these voltage regulators there, and here, this guy's actually going up here. And then down here I have a whole bunch of relays, which are being used to help these little guys trigger each of these solenoids that exist. And that is the entire puzzle that is done and working right now.